Whoop. Ooh, right. Let's see what is up. Steam Sports Fest. Alright, that I don't even need to click. E-publisher sale. I mean, same. And there's nothing really to see there either. Everything is just kinda not available. Damn son, so many EA games. They have some stickers. Pog. Pog. Insane. I applied this filter. If I did redo this filter, doesn't really matter. It's all still kinda rip. Classic. Classic. Nothing even to see there. Alright, what's up here then? CSGO Paris Major. They even started promoting the CSGO stuff more. Don't remember that much before. Oh yeah, Sonzo too. Pony was asking about some team shooters. Well, here you are. That's the one I forgot when you were asking. That one apparently is pretty nice too. And with some big teams, from what I remember. Division 2 free weekend. Not even available, so kick. Should be in 85% discount. Wasn't it even more already at this point? Like 90 or something. Remember it was like dirt cheap at some point. Yeah, Metro Lost Light for free. You can pick it up. Free Metro. Free Metro. Some Rust DLCs. AV Rising got an update. And discount seems like. Besiege on sale, nice. That's a good one. Core Keeper 20%. I've been a year even, damn son. Been some time. Crisis Remastered. Mostly positive now, damn son. Did they fix it? Did they manage to fix things? Surprisingly. All the Crisis remasters. The Mud Runner. Slime Rancher. Alright, let's see what else is here. Pocket Mirror, a Golden Traum. Oh, V-Rising is solo. I'm not sure actually. Is there like proper solo? Just like literally only you and that's it? Should be probably. Probably should be. Because otherwise if you play on some servers, that's probably very pain. That is probably a lot of pain, I would assume. Acclaimed RPG Maker Gothic Horror game. Let's see. Yeah, actually, I guess in a way somewhat successful RPG Maker stuff too. Here you go. He's possible. He's possible. The remaster graphics. I'd say it was like some sort of the one that already existed before. Yeah, the demo and everything. The Mega Weeb stuff. Is it always like the 2D Weeb stuff is horror in the end. Not always, but like if it's horror 2D stuff, then it's gonna be some Weeb stuff. The corpse body and stuff, right? Purchase. Oh, it is a remake, alright. Original back in 2017, 18, alright. The original, I guess, also was on An RPG maker. The best RPG maker game even, damn son. Well, that good, eh? Completely remastered them. Good prices also, I would assume. I would say, at least for our region. Is the original one? This one still. Not the original. Yeah. That's what I was talking about. It's always some insane weeb stuff there. Ellipse was so before, still around. White times, I guess. Super Bunny Mon. The multiplayer. Physics-based co-op platformer. About a guy in rabbit costume. Beat levels, find hidden carrots and race against the clock. The Bunny Madness. Some insane gaming there. You dig memes? Some cool dinkness there. That's for sure. Fiesta is strong. Fiesta is strong. Change the main menu music, damn son. They actually changed it. Why? Why would you do that? And this one suddenly like went super good there. If you get some good co-op stuff going, you can hit a golden vein then easily. Like some super simulation here. Police, firefighting, emergency, services simulator. Then they got everything. It's not even the playway. No, the early access, alright. Version 1.0. Official mod support. Solo or an up to 10-player online co-op, damn son. They just need to add like more jobs there, more professions, and just make, you know, make a full online RP server. Easy life. Easy farm. Very positive. Similar to PUBG Battlegrounds, damn son. Well, that's one way. That's one way to put it. Not sure about that. Some motorsport stuff. Yeah, the foodie stuff is out. Found it out before already though. 11th of May, yeah. Already out for a while. Surprised there's not that many reviews though. I mean, considering the price, maybe, probably. And everyone who actually, you know, decided to spend that money, they all got the positive ones. Yeah, who's there? Or was it like some sort of like the super reviews there? Oh yeah, the rave reviews. True. True. Yeah, it is quite the pricey stuff. But seems like everyone who kind of bought it, everyone enjoys it. 100% positive, huh? But literally no negative ones. Yeah, negative 0 whatsoever. It's like whoever actually forked out that amount of money, no one is complaining. That's a good sign at least, you know. Even though I guess anyone who forked out money for this that much probably already was very committed and dedicated, so they might be a little bit biased, I would assume. But I mean, seems good, huh? Gunsmith Prologue again. Darkest Dungeon still up top here. Idle Showdown here is already for like weeks, man. 6th of May, yeah. Like, is it like that dead of a season currently? The City Deck Builder, this we also saw a while already, yeah. And mostly positive, well, a lot of people are still molding probably about Epic Store, and then the price. The dude actually like the dude actually was sitting there and like counting time he was spending on different things. Game is a slogan grind and no point this far having any fun with it. Damn son, alright. When do you get to the dungeon? The slow pacing. Combat seems painfully difficult to compare to original. I mean... artificial limits on usage. Yep, that is kind of the case. They limited some of the cheesy things. Well, the thing is, like in the first game, if you try to like kind of cheese things, you're gonna get some stuff. Like the timer, right? When there's like some reinforcements and stuff coming. They didn't really do that here, but they just prevented the cheese by limiting amount of the usage on some skills. No one is saying the Darkest Dungeon 2 isn't Darkest Dungeon anymore. No, there's a lot of people going about it too. And just those reviews are probably kind of buried now. But like, yeah, the regular moldy guy was the one who was complaining that it's not Darkest Dungeon 1 anymore. Yeah, lackluster compared to previous iteration. You know. Despise the necessary grinding. Yeah, a lot of people actually complaining about that. Like Darkest Dungeon 1 better. Hey Jay, hello. That isn't Darkest Dungeon 1 anymore. Well, I mean, there is also argument that it's not exactly unique because it got a lot of stuff from, like, you know, the roguelikes. But I think it's different take on the roguelike stuff too, so it's not too bad. I think it's a nice mixture. And yeah, kind of like, I mean, Darkest Dungeon 1 is still there, right? And it's quite good replayability, and it's a lot of mods and everything too, so why not? I think you can do different games, no problems. I think you can play both. first one didn't really get like, I mean, they could do like the same, but what then? It would be just like new region, new mobs, some new classes and everything. I mean, they might as well just like bring out, you know, some like DLC or something. At this point, I think what could be kind of nice for them to do is just like, you know, get all this like art style and engine, right, and just make the first game into that stuff and add more stuff to it. Some sort of like, you know, a remaster in a way, and add some new things to it, for example. That would be nice. Because like the graphically is really good. Graphically, this one is very impressive. The art style is amazing. Play the idiots? Well, I mean, most of them, yeah. Most of the people, unfortunately, are. Maybe us even, you know. Depends on which angle and which question we're talking about. You never know. You never know. People have a point, too. You know. Some people wanted to see more of the same. And they just decided to go with something a little different. I can see that. I can see the appeal in that. They already did one, why not try something else? Yeah, they managed to merge some genres that are popular now. Managed to blend that in, why not? The Outlast Trials going pretty good. I got 1%, dropped 1%, not overwhelmingly anymore. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Steam Deck verified. How much content actually in this one? No idea. That I don't know. But apparently from what I heard, like not that much yet, so might get a little repetitive and stuff soon. Unless they're gonna be pumping that content. Which they probably will. That game also succeeded quite, I would say. Quite successful. And the price tag is quite nice, and it's early access, so I would assume there's gonna be more. There's gonna be way more. And V-Rising is up here again now. And the expansion. The expansion is out, the update. Pretty good prices they still keeping for it. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Starship Troopers are very positive, That's also nice. That one looks good, That one looked pretty nice. Also early access though. What it's supposed to be. This is just another asynchronous multiplayer game basically. Same as like, I guess, Monstrum. What was the name of that one? Was trying to be, and a bunch of other ones. It's just AI there. Oh, so it's just a co-op stuff then, alright. Not even asynchronous. Everyone with the memes, dude. All the Starship Troopers memes, Yeah, this one is doing really good too. This one looks pretty nice too. Just AI on this one. Seems like it, yeah. He seems like it. Survive solo or co-op? The shooting seems better. I see. See, it's not exactly your regular Outlaws there, but the co-op experience. Yeah, what's upcoming Inkbound then? The tomorrow or something? How was it? Seems like it. The Monday's also kind of like... Usually it's like Tuesday or something. It's Monday. Maybe 20 euro here, I see. Fluid online only co-op roguelike, though. Like fluid online only co-op roguelike. Play solo. Alright. Would you really want that though? There is the solo here also just kinda... Just to be there. I want that, huh? The co-op turn-based stuff. With 4-player co-op. Yeah, turn-based co-op stuff might be kind of fun to play. It's a chill concept, the chill concept. Requires internet connection to play, yeah, online only. Online only. Yeah, Miasma Chronicles should also be very soon, right? 23rd of May, alright. This more usual Tuesday. And that's more tactical turn-based action. So that one before. Yeah, it should be decent. I think the Mutant Year Zero and stuff was kind of nice. It went pretty well. Yeah, I'm kind of like not super pogging. Just like tactical turn-based and like not really feeling too much lately. If I get into it though somehow by like getting into some like RPG I want to play or something and there's tactical turn-based, I'm kind of okay with that. Specifically, I kind of usually don't really feel much like it. Yes, these days I say, do it, do it. A Bloomin' Business Casino, damn son. The Kick Simulator. A business tycoon sim with narrative twist. Fantasy casino in the bustling world full of animals, drama and danger. Damn, the Fury Casino. The Fury Casino. A demo and everything, that's nice. That is nice. Homo Ludens. The Playing Human. The Gaming Human. Oh yeah, this one. Like I recognize the dog screenshot instantly. That I remember. Oh, that I remember. Yeah, this one. That I remember. Also 23rd of May. Surrealistic post-human world and give life on Earth a second chance. You see the reviews I see. That one wasn't bad, it just kind of like never really, you know, go anywhere. That's the weird stuff, like the games look really solid, but they just kind of like fall short of like, I don't know, marketing or something, so they never really take off. So like Mutant Year Zero also quite fast ended up in like the humble choice, then for free on Epic and stuff. Was it free on Epic or where was it? I don't remember. No, it wasn't humble choice 100% that I remember. Warhammer 40k Bolt Gun. We'll see, we'll try to get that one. He's also soon. Epic and humble, yeah. That was really fast. I got like so baited, man. I was like, oh, it's a nice game. Oh, it's already an humble choice. I'm gonna get that choice. A good value. And then, like, yeah. Then it was free and everything. I'm like, bro, why? Oh, yeah, this one is inspired by the anime stuff. They don't put it in the description here though, it seems like. Yes, I guess it's like the journalist kind of like give that description to it. Yeah, seems like it. Yeah, how were they calling it all the time? Yeah, they don't use it in the description of the game. That's good, huh? That's nice. Because it totally wasn't any from the description. It doesn't really look like it. Well, it seems kind of alrighty though. It might be nice. The puzzle platformer, I guess. Puzzle adventure. I got some reviews and stuff out there, I guess. Alright. Well, we'll see. Yeah, the Ghibli one. Yeah, it's like Studio Ghibli looking. Like, how, dude? Outside, I guess, of this, like, companion you have, even that kind of a stretch, really. But still, like, what is Ghibli here, dude? Yeah, outside of this, I guess. Yeah, I guess because it's kind of like this, like the painting style, maybe. I don't know. Clouds, I guess. Yeah, could be maybe. The altar. The upcoming game has got an age rating. I think Steam kind of posts them sometimes, or you can check ESRB. Yeah, the ESRB and stuff you can check. Yeah, they're not always here, that's for sure. So you're on the ESRB website then. ESRB, PPG. What else is there? Like GFK or something? Oh yeah, what was the... Well, what's... In Other Waters, right? Yeah, I remember this one. Yeah, I remember this one now. This was also kind of dank. That's the Citizen Sleeper developer first game. Yeah, it looked also kind of dank. But yeah, seemed like this one also went really well there. A non-violent sci-fi story. Interesting. That also went quite good there. Magic the Gathering Arena. They decided to go on Steam and share some of that card pack money with given. Damn son. Your gateway to Magic the Gathering. Damn, your first dose for free. Yeah, this one also. 23rd of May. Another one. Another Tuesday. The League of Legends one. League of Legends inspired. Not inspired, but like literally in the universe, I guess. Bread and Fred. Fuck. Bredgia. A new co-op challenge. Time to jumps and cling to walls, I see. The co-op galore. Ah, there's no online multiplayer, I see. Shared split screen. Well, we have remote play together, so I guess that kind of works. Oh, that kind of works. Yeah, bolt gun and Warhammer boomer shooter. That'll be interesting. Try to get that one. No, this one. This one. Hey, glitch busters. Online, a world gone haywire. A 1 to 4 player co-op third-person shooter. The co-op galore, man. What a time to be alive and have friends. All the games. All the games. Hey, Dreamotello. Oh wait, Volgon is a spin-off sequel to Space Marine. Damn, son. I mean, I will ever play the first one for sure. For sure. I was just planning to do it kind of like closer to the second game release. The no piggy rating yet. I mean, sometimes they don't really like... Not in the rush with that, I guess. It seems like a lot of them don't even like post it here, so... I feel like indie games might not even be rated, to be honest. Until, you know... Until they actually kind of get to rate it. The System Shock, I see. The System Shock probably just gonna get the same rating as the original or something. But yeah, I don't think anyone really cares about that. Like if you're not selling the retail copies, I think they don't even like bother with that. Yeah, this one has, for example, here. Like CK3 has. It's also out for a while, and then you check like any like indie game or something, and yeah, they don't really have anything. So they might kind of get it like post factum or something. Like Darkest Dungeon. Darkest Dungeon doesn't have shit either. Or at least they didn't post it here, so you know. Hard to say, hard to say. But it doesn't really mean much. I think like with digital stuff they don't even bother too much. Kinda wonder how it works, but yeah. I guess it's not really, how do you say, enforced too much. Is it sure wait if it would come out this time? Why not? It got gold already, they said. I mean, we got a delay since something got gold, right? Like with Cyberpunk, I think. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna be delayed or something now. I don't think so. They're like pre-orders and stuff already or whatever. Yeah, the Stellaris DLC with the biggest reviews. The usual. The more iconic combo. Paradox DLC with lots of reviews and all the reviews being shit. The Occupy Mars. Second, this one. There we go. Omega-bellum. This one's still going strong. This one's still going strong. Got some updates. Added report system. So they did start fighting the gamers that are too far into the gaming. Well, Lamplighters League already showing to me. Coming soon. More tactical turn-based, so I would rather from harebrained schemes. I would rather take some more stuff, kind of like Shadowrun. That was good stuff. Terrascape. Build the Dream City. There's more cards, alright. Each pack of cards. Different buildings, way to expand your kingdom. Place your cards wisely in the game world to earn points and receive new cards as rewards. I guess I can like A more 5-hit door for Montic. Can't surprise how like a whole bunch of like the deck building city builders and like colony sims and everything started surfacing recently. Like I don't think there was like any like big ones released that got like super successful, but there's a whole bunch now. And I'm all up. I'm all up for it. Seems good. Evil Dead the game on Steam. Almost mostly positive. 69%. Nice. Solo players turn back now. Pretty survivor-sided, Yeah, so it seems like the balancing is still PP again. I remember that was like the initial also complaints, I think. The first game. Bro, the first game is still the same price too also. Oof. Oof. They charge for the first one also €40 then, I guess. That's a bit too dank. The first one probably is on sales quite often, but still. Stickman Trenches. RTS. Manage your men and weapons and build your defenses. And the Stick World War. Upgrade your trenches. Quality gaming, man. Even the endless mode, And the demo and the price is kind of low too. That's good, huh? And mostly positive, huh? Someone not happy. It's boring, alright. Odd campaign. So it's just like the skirmishes all over the place. Even at $5, this game is a rip-off. Demo had have more unit upgrades than the full game, right? Developer response. Sneak peek at an upcoming feature research stream. We're grading the demo version, we uncovered last minute bug for the full version and we're unable to release them at the same time. A bug is fixed and the full infantry research tree has been rolled out in today's update. Ah, nice. Alright, so they did do it. Nice, nice. Sounds good, huh? Domain of God is like auto-clicker or something. Idler, I see. I'll see how it is, huh? Another idler, huh? Seems like this one is quite positive at least. In-app purchases. Free to play, see. Small diamond bundle and all that. I see. See how it is. That kind of idler. Fake game name, fake developer name. Download new game, already had an account on an older server. Done this before in different names and not a fake developer names. Notice the fake reviews. Oof. One of the best gacha games I ever played. A lot of content over time. I want a review and stuff too. Alright, see how it is. A mobile pay to win on PC and the game doesn't try to hide it. Love free content, but at this point I'm getting owned by the pay to win characters. I see. Kirk. Like this, it says Hero DLC, Triple S Hero DLC. Alright. Just literally buying the characters. Insane. And them showing me the Age of Wonders expansion pass. I like how this one already has the very positive reviews, even though there was no DLCs out yet. I guess people just happy that they managed to spend the money. Make good financial decisions, I see. Don't buy it. I watched screenshots, I bought it, and there is no content. There's no content, it's just a pre-order. Doesn't say it anywhere. Well, I mean, I think it kinda just... I mean, technically, yeah, I guess. You would kinda assume from this, you know, expansion pass includes the following content. So it doesn't... Well, I mean, yeah, it does say that this when it's gonna release, but yeah. It doesn't really specifically say that, you know... Right, what's in it right now and what's not in yet. Yeah, a lot of people like bought it just to leave the negative review. Alright. You can say people already like pre-ordering the season pass and already leaving like the positive reviews to it. Like, bro, the fuck is that? The Rancher Rivershine. Then the Horsing Simulator. Care for the horses and stuff. Then the Horsing already play. Game of the year. The Cozy Bee Games. The full-on Horsing Simulator. My favorite horse game ever. Is there really a lot of them? Is there really a lot of them? I wonder if there is a lot of horse games. The Kaku Ancient Seal. Saw this one before. Action RPG. The quality gaming there, alright. Good reviews and stuff. Let's see the reviews, alright. Check the Lions got new trailer and date, yeah. I mean, about time already. Calco actually look good and not cocky, I see. Actually good game. Well, I mean, reviews are nice too. Not stellar, but you know, kinda good. Now let's check out the stores. Let's check the other ones. The Epic Mega Sale. Oh, it already start? Starts now, I see. Oh shit. The Epic Coupon returns. Yeah, the Epic Rewards program now. Get 5% of your purchase back. So they got the cash back like the Uplay too, alright. Well, coupon is not fixed money though, I guess, again. But extra 25%, why not? Need to see what I want to do, or what I want to buy. Buy eligible games, epic coupon will be automatically applied, giving you 25% discount at checkout. Coupon can be used in single purchases and purchases with multiple games that sum up to $15 or more after any sale discounts. Alright, that's good, huh? Automatically be granted another coupon, so they keep pumping that stuff. It's like not as OP as it used to be back in the day with just a plain $10 discount, but still 5% cash back too. No minimum spend and you'll have 25 months to redeem epic rewards. Alright. Well, we'll see what they have there then. Yeah, that's the rewards thingy. Alright, bunch of this stuff. Can all buy new settlers now. Can't wait. Can't wait. Yeah, that's running for free again. But on the regular version, again, this time could give that actually give the director's cut finally. They gave last time, but only if you managed to press it on time, I think. Or did they even like refund it if you managed to get it on time? And then you get just the regular version only. Alright, mega sale. Let's see. Krybostro K-City, Pug. 20%. Gotta buy. You can get Inka's Dungeon with 25% coupon. Show more games there. Show more. Weird way to browse it. Mega sale, please. These. Can I see some more? Oh, okay, browse. Alright, there we go. Oh, there we go. Oh, they have the whole world already on sale. 20% already. Insane. Insane. Dirt cheap. This one actually eligible. Earn 5% back. Does it say? I wonder if it's the coupon eligible. Technically, I guess if you get like a bunch of stuff in the cart, it might. So it's like $1 basically. Crazy. Bunch of DLCs. How do you get coupon? I think it's just like auto apply, it says that. No? Buy eligible games and epic coupon will be automatically applied. So you should kind of have it. Just need to get like the stuff for $15 or more. And then it should be applied, seems like. Soundtrack. There we go. And then you get it. else. Gripper and 30% discount already. How did that go in the end? Play demo. It's kind of nice, but had a little bit of positive, just like not enough exposure to it, I guess. And look kind of alrighty. The production value was there, but I guess, yeah, not enough like marketing or something. I would expect this one to do a little better. It's kind of like fully on the bike, basically. Wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. 9 Years of Shadows also, 20% discount. Keys to the Golden Idol. I'm gonna wait with that one. I feel like at some point it's probably also gonna be like on some sub or something. The DLCs and stuff here too. I think I needed any. Gigapocalypse. Right, 1 second. Types. Just the game, please. No DLCs. Otherwise, you're gonna get spawned by some like Sims DLCs or something. Taking 5 pages in the store. The Boom Blaster. The fuck? A Doom for Furies, man. McLaughlin 15%. Well beyond 10%. Spell Force 20% discount. Yeah, and on top of that more. Oh yeah, the Risen, of course. 75% discount. Boog. Raid World 55. And if you pack the whole cart and get a discount on that, that should be kind of good probably. Potion Craft. Submarine Titans. They saw even this one on the Epic. Very cheap too. Insane. Yes, these do I see. Oh, there is Ixion. Oh, there is Ixion for that. I got some Uber stuff good. Fleet Command also. Got some dang classics. Oh, Nadir was looking interesting. The Green Dark Deck Builder. And some dang stuff there too. They should have some stuff and just kind of like you need to know what to look for. Kind of like not sure. I can remember sometimes what I kind of wanted to check later, but then I kind of forget about it quite often. What I wanted to check. A score on 45% discount. Steady goes 30%. The demo was pretty nice. Demo Outlast 285%. Poog. Very cheap. Very cheap. Despot's game 35% discount. That's also nice. That's a nice one. Yeah, there is no light, man. That one I went kinda interesting there. Enhanced edition even. You know, like art-wise and everything was looking super good. And then demo was a little weird. Then it took forever until it was out. And apparently it's still kinda weird. Enhanced edition free update on January 7th. It was, biggest post-release update. Try to update some of that stuff. A wonderful art style, fantastic pixel animations, all this is going for it. Kinda what I felt, sadly. Back when I played. Nice and kinda interesting, intriguing, I guess, story-wise. But didn't feel like returning to it. Disciples on Epic too. You can actually pack up like the full cart of like some boomer stuff and get some extra discount and cashback on that. And now that the GOG is descending into the Coomer games and from boomer games, seems like Epic is taking over a little there. That they're not really like pushing it too much. Yeah, with the boomer stuff. But they sure are kinda getting there. Damn, the Space Rangers even. What the fuck? Insane, eh? They do be getting some of the boomer stuff. Max. Surely can get a bunch of that here. VR Soccer 96, damn son. And the Surge 75%. Not the bad, eh? Mechanic is actually 75% off, not bad, huh? Yeah, some things, but yeah, I don't really see anything that I would be like, oh shit, I need to get it. But that I don't really see. There probably is something like that, but yeah, I'm gonna browse. I'm gonna browse through all of it to find something like that. That's for sure. Damn, prehistoric. Holy shit. Prehistoric 2, huh? Some Giga Boomer stuff, man. Played some of that in our IT class in school. In the early years of it, even. King's Bounty they also got. Damn son. Got a little bit of everything, eh? Earthworm Jim. Going ham. Alright. Need to think. Maybe I'll remember something that I wanted to get. Like nothing like super specific though. Anyway, what's on GOG? They also have some sales going. But this the week, damn son. There's probably nothing available also, so... The usual. Fiendish Freddy's Big Top of Fun for free. Damn son. Not even sure what the fuck is that. Oh, the flash sale. Morrowind for $4. Oblivion for $5. Not bad, eh? Fallout 3 for $5 too. Dishonored for $5. And best-selling full Bethesda games now. They even removed the Heroes Abided Magic from the top sales, damn son. Bethesda going ham. Oh, the very top one is Fallout 3. Come on, dude. What is this? Out of Elder Scrolls series, I guess the order is kinda right. Though. The Morrowind, Oblivion, and then Skyrim is not even in the top. It's some random Lords of the Fallen too. Out of Fallout games, the order is kinda weird. Huh? Shaking my SMH. Anything good here? The Firmament. Oh, that's the point and click. Like, was it like a Mist Creators or something? Yeah, the GOG enjoyers are not impressed, seems like. Oh, so a little bit disappointing. Too short. Okay, I see. Alright. A little short then. I like what's showing there. So we're showing the lowest price. Price in the last 30 days before discount. I see, alright. So they still show it limited amount, not showing the whole history of the game. What was the lowest price ever? That would be a bit not very good for them to do so. Good for us though. Guess you need the third-party things for that. Convergence, oh yeah, Lord of the Ring. Man, we'll see about that one. I'm curious to see how the Golem will go with all the Fiesta, with the system requirements and stuff. I wonder how it will run in the end. Yeah, what we're gonna get there. Not really interested to play it myself, but curious though. Alright, let's get to the news part then. See what happened there. So the minimal requirements, bro. Minimal requirements were at some point like 3060 or something, wasn't it? They changed it later. Like, they changed the requirements like 3 times probably or something, if I remember correct. They did it a whole bunch of times. I remember. So yeah, they did derp with that a lot. And that's just kind of like, you know, a little bit of a red flag. Let's put it that way. For my taste. Oh, it is RTX 3060 now even? Oof. Good luck with that indeed. Maybe they didn't change it in Steam for some reason. Yeah, 3060. Yeah, and recommended you already go like 4070, dude. 16 gigs of a VRAM, 32 gigs of RAM too. And the processor is not like super demanding, but yeah. In 3060 you're gonna run it on a medium preset 1080p. Assumes, yeah, it is gonna be probably 60, I would assume. There was like more. They post here somewhere. They're gonna run, but the thing is like how, you know. No, they didn't post anything about it here, alright. Yeah, I'm kinda curious to see how it's gonna perform then. The minimal settings are like this. I just wonder. Not really curious. I'm not really gonna play it myself though. Okay, I don't really care too much. But to see how it goes, that will be interesting. Alright, let's go. News time. News time. Alright. Yeah, that stuff. Oh, that stuff happened there. Minutes after the banner is up, Chinese whales wailed so hard that they broke the top-up system. So yeah, the Honkai is going strong, man. Completely broke the payment system. Too many consecutive payments. That's a nice new banner right there. Nice new banner there. People went ham. Yeah, people going ham there. Let's see. And let's go. Alright, 1 second. Getting some fiesta now on the Metro, the new Metro game. There's a bunch of like rumors and stuff that'll go in. It's a new Metro, apparently already in playable condition. It might be fully announced this year even. And it seems like it's gonna be in Russian, partially in Moscow. So they still gonna go with that stuff. Yeah, the 4A studio is with the Embracer. There were like rumors that the studio is under Saber Interactive, which is also Embracer. But yes, apparently that is not true. Or at least maybe it is under Saber, but not in the Russian division of Saber. That would be kinda weird. So that would kinda be weird if like the Ukrainian studio would be under the Russian management from St. Petersburg. Which is basically the main studio of Saber, who's making like, for example, Space Marines 2 now. They're making it here. They are actually making it here. They're checking their job openings even at some point. A lot of coders mostly. A lot of dang coders mostly they need. But they do be making it here. And the new Metro is gonna be a thing. Well, new Metro is gonna be a thing. I wonder if they're gonna kind of like delay it though, because right now I would say not the best times to play the game about here. Might be not the best. Alright. A European Commission approves Microsoft's Activision Blizzard acquisition. Microsoft merger would not provide them any incentive to refuse to distribute Activision Blizzard games to Sony consoles. I mean, not false. If Microsoft did withhold those games from Sony, it would not significantly harm the console market. Yes, that is the main thing. At least I guess like the European Commission understand that stuff. Like, how would it do it? Prior to the merger, Activision would not make its games available on multi-game subscription services. Xbox Game Pass. Microsoft made Activision games exclusive to their cloud service. It would harm the growth of the market by reducing competition and also improve Microsoft's position as a developer of PC operating systems. But that still didn't make them change their opinion, I guess. Microsoft agreed to a free license that would allow residents in the European Economic Area to use any cloud platform they want to stream all current and future Activision Blizzard games, as well as a license that allows cloud service providers to provide those services. European Commission is quite pleased with this outcome, stating these commitments fully address the competition concerns identified by the Commission and represent a significant improvement for cloud game streaming compared to the current situation. Yeah, they actually with pushing that stuff, they made it only better with this acquisition now, because like the cloud services had issues. Like remember when the GeForce Now was starting to give you opportunity to play games from your like library through the cloud, and like some of the companies were like, no, we're not gonna allow that. Fuck you. You can't have our game in your service. And now here you go. Take all the current and future games. There you go, for free. Use it. So that's pretty good, huh? And the Bobby himself. The Commission conducted an extremely thorough, deliberate process to gain a comprehensive understanding of gaming. As a result, they approved their merger with Microsoft, although they required stringent remedies to ensure robust competition in a rapidly growing industry. Have deep roots in Europe. Our company was founded in France. Candy Crush, one of our most successful franchises, was created in Sweden. And the senior leadership of our company comes from across the EU, including Austria, Germany, and Sweden. We intend to meaningfully expand our investment in the workforce throughout the EU, and we're excited for the benefits our transactions bring to players in Europe and around the world. Didn't you guys just close a bunch of offices not long ago in Europe? The majority of the world's gamers play on mobile phones. Europe has played a pivotal role in the development of gaming, especially mobile gaming, and we expect European game developers will continue to drive growth and innovation. Why are you talking about mobile gaming, man? Stop it. Talented teams in Sweden, Spain, Germany, Romania, Poland, and many other European countries have the skills, ambitions, and government support needed to compete effectively on a global scale. We expect these teams to grow and prosper, given their government's firm but pragmatic approach to gaming. Hey, Window. Baru indeed, eh? Why did they like even like plug this mobile shit here? Majority of the world's gamers play on mobile phones. By the way, do you put that in your statement here? Why specifically mobile? I don't get it. Alright. Probably, I guess. Maybe it's kind of like out of context or some sort of conversation that was going about mobile. I don't know. Sounds kind of PP, yeah. Fortnite ranked, getting new ranked mode. A ranked battle royale and zero build. The zero build is still going then. Was there like that much or something they were planning to do? I guess not yet. The Hukes are strong. Rank play will also replace Fortnite's existing arena mode. It might be, it might be. Yeah, Zero build is pretty fun. That's the thing, like I played a little bit, right? We played on the 1st of April with Rizze. It was kind of fun. But yeah, the build stuff was a bit too dank. The build stuff, you already need to, like, you know, to get good at shooting and everything and movement and stuff. And on top of that, you also need to learn how to go ahead building stuff. Nah, nope. Let's see window. I see. And not false, not false. Yeah, wasn't that like the first person? There was like the deathmatch or something mode too. Blizzard details Overwatch 2 2023 roadmap. And the roadmap down the shit looks like. Seems like. Work slowly continued on Overwatch 2. We began to pull more and more of our focus and energy away from the live game. And all of the people that were playing it. Had people that were excited to be playing that game and they just wanted more of it, so we had a difficult choice to make. We could continue working on our original vision for Overwatch 2 without a definitive end date in sight, or change our strategy and get something in front of players sooner. Chose the latter, and we released Overwatch 2 last October with new heroes, new maps, new modes, and regular seasonal updates. How many new heroes was there actually, and new maps? I don't remember it being like something super epic there. But more than that, we shifted our values for how we want to develop the game, and no longer would we store content up for really big releases and leave the game sort of languishing on the side, and now we made a commitment to always prioritize the live game and all of the people playing it and devote our development efforts there. I'll redefine what the sequel is, yeah. Perhaps most importantly, Season 6 gives players the PvE content that was announced back in 2019 as story missions. Arrive as part of Season 6. Unfortunately, the Hero Missions PvE mode has been cut from the team's plans. So yeah, there's gonna be some story stuff. Yeah, Blood Bowl 3. Well, Blood Bowl 3 had a lot of issues on start, so yeah. The best PR move would be to remove 2 from the title. I don't think it will change that much though, that's the thing. It's not like putting 2 in there changed much, right? And this removing it also not gonna change much. It was all kinda pointless. And people are already kinda mad and will remain sorta mad, huh? Changes the expectations for the title. I think people who are playing, they still gonna be mad, right? Because like expectations or not, they still were hoping. So if you remove 2 for them, that's not gonna change your shit, right? Like you still kind of got Skamaz out of PvE mode. And for those who are kind of like new somehow still for Overwatch and stuff, they probably don't really care if it's 1 or 2 is there PvE or not. They just kind of like, you know, let's try this game, and it's free, so they're gonna go in and try. And for them, that doesn't matter if it's 1 or 2. So I don't think expectations gonna change. Well, I mean, that would be like huge copium then, yeah, I guess. Like, if you're like, well, you know, now it's Overwatch 1 again, so it might be shit again. Because it's 1, right? That's weird, eh? Development of the PvE experience really hasn't made the progress that we would have hoped. The team has created a bunch of amazing content, so there's awesome missions that are really exciting. There's brand new enemies that are super fun to fight. And some truly great and ridiculous hero talents. But unfortunately, the effort required to pull all of that together to a Blizzard quality experience that we can ship to you is huge. And there really is no end in sight or defined kind of end date where we can put that onto the world. And so we are left with another difficult choice. Do we continue to pour all that effort into PvE, hoping that we can land it at some point in the future? Or do we stick with this set of values that we've aligned on and focused on the live game? and focus on serving all of you. With everything we've learned about what it takes to operate this game at the level that you deserve, it's clear that we can deliver on that original vision for PvE that was shown in 2019. What that means is that we won't be delivering that dedicated hero mode with talent trees, that long-term power progression, and those things just aren't in our plans anymore. Let's see, what do I say? So that is kinda weird, eh? Comp season on fire returns. Yeah, what's like the timeline for this? Like how much time between seasons even? 5, 6, 7 season. Doesn't say when exactly, I guess. Doesn't say when exactly. 2, 3 months between seasons? Alright. So this kind of like half a year / year. It is also beyond, right? So like 2 heroes, 1 map. And rework, I guess. Like, fun favorite modes return. You know, return. So, like, I just don't get it. Like, if they already, like, dump so much time into developing new stuff, right? And then now decide to kind of like, well, you know, we just kind of like gonna cut it so we can put effort into what's going on right now. There should be some, like, you know, crazy increase in like the cadence then, right? Like there should be way more updates, should be way more content then. Wait, do you think the PvE stuff will be limited this season? Like the mission is gonna be available only to some like amount of, only for some amount of time, the FOMO stuff? Well, that's even worse then. Oh, that's even worse then. See, it's kind of like they basically just like say like in the that's already like season 7 and beyond, right? So technically like in half a year or something they're gonna have like 1 map and 1 hero, and that's like without putting effort into PvE mode. So I would assume, you know, there should be like a lot of effort put from the PvE mode now into the live service. Like, and where is it? Like if they actually like shifting the focus, you would expect them to kind of like go ham then, you know, get a lot of content. Then you just get like a bunch of like, well, shit, some events. We're gonna have like the regular match, but we're gonna add like, I don't know, like cats on the map or something that you need to collect or some shit. Oh shit, that Pogue content, man, insane. Weird. Yeah, that's like they come back. So like a lot of those events, they just return. So they already were there. Like it's not some new content that they need to make. So I just don't understand like why they canceled, you know, the PvE stuff. When the current like live service stuff is not even like, you know, something crazy in terms of amounts. Yeah, the only thing I see here is that they just kind of like reduce the Overwatch team to like some, you know, bare bones, like the minimal required to keep it afloat or some stuff, in my opinion. Which there were rumors about already before, but they went and said that no, it's all false, we're good, we have enough people, we have a lot of people, everything's good. And then boom, PvE mode just cut. So yeah, I can just feel that they just completely cut that part of the team. And since they don't have anyone else to work on it, it may be even like already kind of like more or less done, but by, you know, providing the Blizzard quality and stuff, they mean that they probably would like ship it now, and then they would like fall short of pumping content for that PvE mode, and everyone would just kind of abandon it fast. Because PvP mode, at least, you know, it keeps afloat by the fact that you play with other people, right? So it's kind of like every match is still somewhat new. You have the competitive stuff going and stuff. So it's kind of like it keeps itself fresh. It's kind of like people playing CS for so many years and it's still the same shit, basically, right? Like there's no new content. And in PvE, people would be just kind of like, you know, like missions are done. We already stopped, you know, tired of grinding we hit the ceiling and stuff, so we need new content, so people would be like more demanding, I feel, in PvE mode. And when they already kind of struggle producing content, they just kind of like, let's just not even try. Yes, they are. The Phobo, the Phobo. And the queues are pretty awful. I mean, it depends probably on the servers and stuff, like which server and which time and all that. I think from what they showed before, there was like a decent amount of players and stuff in Overwatch. Like, I would say it's still alive. It's just like they probably like don't feel that it's like worth getting the PvE stuff out. I think all this, like, as I said it before, like all this like early launch of Overwatch 2 was kind of like their way to kind of gauge the interest, you know. They just kind of like, all right, it's out. Let's see, you know, how it's gonna go. I mean, they reported that, you know, everything was good. So many new people arrived, and then, you know, it's kind of like went quiet, sorta. So they probably saw the reports. Alright, I mean, this is good, but not too good to just, like, you know, expand it too much. And we already kind of have a lot of issues, so let's just kind of, like, cut this stuff. Take the L, you know, cut the losses. Because otherwise it probably would be even more losses. Because as I said, like, PvE modes are nice, but they require a lot of content. Because if they will add some missions, people will probably finish those missions very fast, and then they will be just like sitting there and asking for more. And making new PvE missions like that will be probably way harder than just kind of like, you know, doing what they already do, right? Like returning some event, adding like one hero in half a year, one map in half a year or something. That's just more chill for them. And that's why they probably gonna stick to that. Still kinda PPG though. Not gonna lie. Baby, stay baby. See what do I say? A Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is the fastest selling entry in series history. And I think like, was it like the second best selling Nintendo title too? First 70 bucks Nintendo first party title. Showing fans are willing to shell out the extra dough for a tentpole Switch release. They're willing to shell out the extra dough. Well, I mean, it's not like people have choice really. Especially when it comes down to exclusives. And nothing much to do about it. At least you kind of get something good for it, so... You know. Only 7th in Japan, I see. And Japan just switched already to the gacha games and stuff. Splatoon Pokemon number 1 and 2, I see. PlayStation Showcase, Wednesday. Wednesday. 10 p.m. CST, right? So... V-watching. There's apparently already a list of everything kinda leaked, but yeah, we're gonna still see it. Just the list, so it's not, you know, the actual announcements and stuff, just the list of the things, not the actual video or something. But yeah, we're gonna be watching it, gonna be co-streaming that, so we can watch together. Next week already, just a few days left. Yeah, just a little bit. Lords of the Fallen's coming this October on Friday the 13th. Let's see. What do they have to show there?
Mornstead has fallen, its great army decimated by the legions of Adir. the demon god. But one light still flickers in the
How
ever-growing
dear.
gloom. The light of the Dark Crusader.
DMCA. They get some super musicas there. Some insane super musicas.
The radiance of Mornstead withers.
It's Kung Lao. Yes, he's the USA.
Idir's darkness threatens to desolate our world. Ascend to Aureus, my child.
Again, blasphemous, yeah.
As his holy redeemer.
In light we walk.
In light we walk.
Burn their very souls to ash.
Your flesh has been made sacrosanct with the mark of the Dark Crusaders.
I am a man who walks alone, and when I'm walking a dark road, at night or strolling through the park.
And the same voice
Great
acting.
potential
I
dwells
mean,
within you,
how
doubting
would it be
for you to be chosen
to be
thusly.
expected?
Fear of the dark. Fear of the dark.
Yep, okay, the weird there.
Someone's always there.
Prove yourself worthy of this gift.
The choice of the song killed the hype.
By your radiance, grant me the strength to continue to endure these dark days.
I mean, could be some rap, you know. So I would say not too bad. Could be better, I guess, still.
Another unfortunate made a slave to unceasing hunger. I pity you.
Reignite
We'll
the
see how that
blessed
will go.
beacons of Mornstead and thwart Adir's cataclysmic resurrection.
We'll see how that will go. Still have some licensed music, yeah. Face look kinda weird there. Kinda weird there. Well, we'll see in October. Well, we will see. I saw every boss there, yeah. Probably. Yeah, the pre-order with consumables and stuff there too. I wanted time to be alive, man. Yeah, we'll see about that. It will be all how it feels to play, because I think like from the looks of it, like the first game wasn't too bad from just the looks, but yeah, how it was playing, that I think was one of the issues people had with it. So we'll see, and we'll see how the process will go. Did it open the world then? I would assume so. Embark Studios adds PvP to Arc Raiders. Shifted scope of its upcoming shooter Arc Raiders. The game was first announced in 2021 as co-op PvE focused experience about working together to battle invading alien machines. But now the game will have a PvP element thrown into the mix. An update Embark reveals that since delaying Arc Raiders to focus on finishing its other upcoming title at the finals, and its other competitive plays as well as an extraction element. A game still unfolds in the far future Earth ravaged by sentient machines, but now teams must compete with other human players in addition to the in-game enemies. Okay, so they just basically like completely shifted it into the extraction stuff. Furthermore, the game adopts extraction-based objectives by tasking players to locate and retrieve resources scattered around the world for their squad. The Embark's pitch for what Arc Raiders now entails. Alright, the same stuff. Launching closed alpha test. Alright. No release date, but it's coming to all the platforms. Well, except Switch. So like pretty much just kind of like shifted into the meta. Which I mean, they've done well. Why not? I guess there's like not that much successful yet. The sci-fi extraction stuff. The only one was what was the name of that one, which was kind of not exactly the sci-fi, kind of more like steampunkish, but with space. Was it like Saboteur or whatever, or no? Something else. That was a Saboteur. Forgot already. That one, Marauder, yeah. No, not Saboteur, but Marauder. Marauder Saboteur. It's not on Steam, or is it? There's different Marauder there. But by the looks of it, I think it wasn't available or something here. A lot of Marauders around here. It's still 14 even there in that one. But yeah, I think that one kind of like came and go. Oh, Marauders. Yeah, Marauder is probably not available then, I assume, here. I would assume. Yep. It is not. 778 players in the game, yeah. That one didn't go that well. Remember, like, streamers even, like, played it on the test and stuff, but then it just kind of, like, pee-pee-poofed. And then it just pee-pee-poofed and it's gone. So we'll see. Not that much sci-fi stuff. We have like the realistic one with Tarkov. We have like a little older one with Han Showdown. We could have the medieval one. With the Dark and Darker. You know, we can maybe have the sci-fi one. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Nicolas Cage is coming to Dead by Daylight. Developer Behavior Interactive released a teaser for an announcement on July 5th regarding the massively talented actor's mysterious involvement. What Cage's role entails, an in-game version of the Renfield star only offers this nugget. Is nothing more powerful than imagination. One can shape the fabric of reality, transforming everything you think you may know. Well, I mean, I guess there's like nothing really going much in the teaser.
There's nothing more powerful than imagination.
I would assume nothing super much here going.
It can shape the fabric of reality.
Hey, Sacred, hello.
Everything you may think you know.
Insane. That's gonna be in July. They even like had like their own like event recently with a bunch of announcements, but for some reason this is in July. Alright, I guess. Alright. The waited trailer of this one. So yeah, Mortal Kombat, all the leaks ended up being true. September. In September. This might be loud because they're a player. Alright, was fast enough. Thank you. Imagine not embedding YouTube, eh?
It is time.
Yeah, someone got removed, I think so. Yeah, that's true.
Time
That is
to wake
true.
up to a new reality.
to a blank canvas that I have painted in with warmth and peace. In my new era, the choice is yours. Whether to live in quiet serenity or bloody strife. To dwell in joyous prosperity or bitter rivalry. You can face each other as sworn enemies, or united as brothers. But a storm is brewing, and soon you will discover that even in this new era, one constant remains. There is always something worth fighting for.
Here comes the dankness.
You have chosen to defy peace. Then you have chosen war with a god.
Developers in rehab after watching all the live league again for years. Then I didn't get pre-order to get Shang Tsung. Like, do you need to buy him otherwise or something? Or do you need to unlock, and this is kind of like free unlock for you? Welcome to the grind galore. Hopefully just an unlock, yeah, if it's like the whole... Well, I mean, it seems like also like one of the story characters again. Shang Tsung again. So we'll see, I guess. Liu Kang, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Kitana. Well, I mean, basically whoever they show. Now, Johnny Cage didn't show, though. But he's confirmed. Itaris, hello. The bogged no face of Liu Kang, I see. Yeah, he does look kinda interesting there. He does look kinda interesting there. We'll see, we'll see. There's a whole bunch of crossovers and stuff already going to. They pumping more and more with every game. They pumping more and more every day. And yeah, Liu Kang kinda changed there, that's for sure. My Hero Academia, a battle royale, holding an open beta. Damn son, the Weeb Royale now. But there it is. The beta begins May 25th. Concludes June 1st. 24 player matches divided into 8 teams of 3. Players selecting favorite heroes and villains from the franchise, taking advantage of the various unique abilities. Upcoming beta is only for PlayStation 4. Or they even aim for the previous gen, playable on PlayStation 5. A game planned for release on Xbox, Switch and PC as well. Bandai Namco. Damn son. And the Weeb's getting some Butler yelling to do there. Insane. Another one that's just gonna like probably, you know, be closed in a few months after it. But you know, it's Weebs though. Weebs can keep even like piece of shit alive if it's like, you know, drawn in the right style. So that might kind of live for a bit maybe. The Wii with synchronous multiplayer failed. They're gonna try BR. Wait, which one? I think there was multiple ones even that failed. Deviation Studios reportedly lays off up to 90 staff. Redundancies come 2 years after developer announced partnership with PlayStation. That was like kinda half of it, right? And 90 staff gone. And the Dragon Ball one long ago was absolute dog shit. Alright, I see. Yes, there's a bunch of people out of this one. Been dismissed from the studio. Staff known to be affected include principal technical artist Christopher Berry, associate producer Jared Bailey, and software engineer Kyle Paris. Letter said layoffs occurred because Deviation Games recently ran into difficult situation. 90 staff may have been affected. And there's a bunch of leave. There's more also there. Roots of Pacha delisted on Steam due to contractual dispute. Publisher claims developer tried to unilaterally rescind the contract 2 days after launch.
I love you guys.
Shit, Swoglo. Welcome back to the dungeon. Thank you, sir. Thank you, man. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate it a lot. How we do, man? Da kommer. Vad är det kommer? Vad är vi kommer? Pulled down from Steam due to dispute between developer Sodaden and publisher Creativo. Folks shared on Twitter, Studio said, "We are sad to report that we have been engaged in a dispute with Creativo over the rights to Roots of Pacha." Post further said that the Sodaden sought an amicable resolution internally but wasn't able to do so. See what I see. Enjoy, man, enjoy. .tv feels good, man. Instead of working with us to address the issue, Creativo went to Valve and authorized them to remove Roots of Pacha from Steam without our knowledge or consent. Sodaden added that the team is cautiously optimistic that the title will return soon and is continuing to work on updates for the title. The studio did not detail the nature of the rights issues. In response, Creativo shared a statement saying it's working diligently to resolve the situation as quickly as possible. April 27, just 2 days after successful release, we received an unexpected message from Sodaden team informing us they were claiming to unilaterally rescind the contract that we had worked under for 3 years, treating it as void. This disregarded all of our work and the agreed upon revenue sharing contract terms. Shortly after, they removed our access to the Steam page for our team. Per Valve policy, if there is a dispute between parties, they remove the page until dispute is resolved. Concluding the message, Creativo said it's not seeking anything but the benefit of the contract we worked hard under for 3 years. You know, this one is kind of hard to say, because, well, I mean, it does sound kind of sus though, because devs didn't like provide any reason why they have argument with publisher, just that they have an argument and publisher pulled the game from the Steam. And publisher says that the devs just kind of void the contract. So like devs were developing the game for 3 years being paid by publisher, and a few days after, when the game is successful, instead of paying the revenue share, they just decided to kind of void the contract. Sounds kind of sus. Hard to know for sure. I guess we'll see how this will go. Creativo is publishing a bunch of games actually. I've seen them before in a bunch of indie games too. So we'll see. That might be some red flags about that publisher, or it might be just the developer being kind of sus. Which, I mean, I'm not kind of sure. Like, I'm pretty sure the Creativo, like the publisher like that with experience already, they probably have all that stuff in the contract. Like, you can just rescind or like void the contract. It's that easy. They probably have everything already there, you know. Kind of like to prevent such situations, so they guarantee, you know, getting the profit out of their investment. So I would expect it's not that simple to pull, eh? Xbox Series S and X hit 2 million sales in the UK, 12 weeks faster than Nintendo Switch. Is the eighth fastest selling home console in UK history. Yeah, that's what the lack of supply of PlayStation does to the motherfucker, you know. Probably. Xbox One remains the fastest selling Microsoft machine actually, huh? 2 million sales after 104 weeks. Series S and X in particular, the X model suffer from significant stock issues. Yeah, I think the Series S is the main driver of all the sales of Xbox. Because it's cheap, it has Game Pass, and the stock issues weren't as bad with that one. Like without the Series S, probably Xbox would kind of like, well, not flop maybe, but they would sell way worse. And if there will be also no supply issues with PlayStation, of course, too. Because if there's no alternative, people would buy that anyway. Amazon and Embracer partner for new Lord of the Rings MMO. Amazon Games, Christoph Hartman tells us, team aims to make the largest MMO out there. That's not like the best promise to do, brother, to be honest. The largest MMO you don't need, eh? Don't need it to be large, you need it to have the fucking content, man. The end game and stuff. I reached agreement with Embracer Group owns their series rights holder Middle-earth Enterprises to develop and publish an online multiplayer game based on Tolkien's renowned fantasy work. Yeah, the studio behind the retail giant's previous MMO, A New World, will be working on it. Will be released for PC and consoles. That's an interesting one, because if they actually gonna use the same engine and stuff, maybe that means New World also will go on consoles that way. But also I guess that's kind of like cannibalizing the audience, unless they maybe like release New World first, like as a port, test it, how it works on consoles for a couple of years, and then already like roll out the Lord of the Rings across all platforms. That could be the case, I guess. Game still in its very early stages, but confirmed it will feature stories and characters from both The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. We just about finished the contract, literally got it signed this week. And obviously we talked about ideas and shared concepts, but we are not really in development in any form. Really at a conceptual stage, and now going to start prototyping with a small team. And some plans with Tencent before didn't go well with Liu Technologies, yeah, but then Tencent acquired them and it just all grinded to a halt. No, so I actually approached them for another game, but they didn't want to, but now that Embracer acquired them, they already want, I see. Ambitions to make the largest MMO out there, and what I really want to achieve with it is to take MMOs beyond the traditional customer, and that's why I really like that license. In the games industry, we all like Lord of the Rings in some form. I read the book when I was a kid, I watched the movies, we have some people in the studio who even speak Elvish. I have no clue what they're talking about. Need that for the game, they will make sure it's really true to the IP. Damn son, got the actual elves, huh? Totally is gonna be the true one. Totally gonna work then. We'll draw in people who normally would not play an MMO to get interested, and they'll see a Lord of the Rings game, that could be fun. Normally don't play an MMO, but hey, maybe I'll give it a try. I want to make it very accessible and easy to play, hard to master, that kind of approach. I think that's where the IP can hopefully help us bring new people into a genre, which is beautiful. As good as it gets for gaming. That probably, like, knowing, you know, mostly how the MMO development and stuff goes, we can probably see that in, like, a decade, maybe. At least, like, 5 years for sure, I would assume. Like, even New World itself, I remember, took a while. But that one took a while. Even though they also kind of changed it a bit during the development course, but still. more into New World direction with the gameplay. I think that's exactly what they mean. Like, it's not gonna be some sort of like, you know, tap a target, you know, smash the face on the keyboard with like, you know, the piano playing, which I actually do appreciate to some extent. The piano gaming I do like. But yeah, they're totally not gonna do that for the MMO and New Friends. Like, New World, I think, actually kind of like fits the description. Something familiar for, you know, like the average single player game enjoyer, like some action RPG enjoyer. See, stay away, right? Well, I mean, that one is kind of like your classic MMO, yeah. CD Projekt lays off 29 staff at the Molasses Flood Dam. That includes 21 employees on the US side and 8 in Poland as the project changed. And that's the half of the studio, I think, from what I remember. Yeah, they had, the team was around 60 people when it started working on Project Sirius last year. So CDPR is also cutting Alice there. The Project Sirius already, I think, went into some sort of rework. It was a different side project. Yeah, CD Projekt Red financially wrote off the development costs spent on Project Sirius, which represented over $7 million, and reset the project. And removed half of the people working on it, apparently, too. So that kind of sounds like the reset is very hard there. The hard reset there, not sure exactly. And cutting half of the people from the studio. That doesn't look very good, huh? So I feel like maybe they also like cutting Eliza and gonna be just focusing. Pretty much cancelled if you fire half the stuff, yeah. Well, I mean, maybe there's gonna be like now like multiple studios working, or they maybe will like just back to concept, so they like remove the half of the studio so they can get back to like the drawing board, just kind of like start working on like the full concept, and then when like there is some sort of like, you know, concept that they approve, then they're gonna like, you know, increase the hiring or like switch to another studio or something and already start the production, basically. Maybe that's the case. But yeah, half of the studio gone and like 7 mil down the drain. That doesn't sound very good, huh? That doesn't sound very good, huh? No, these guys have the money to spare though. Saudi Arabia increases stake in Electronic Arts. Public investment fund ups its shares by 55%. Yeah, so they had 16 million shares and now they have 24.81, which making it about 9% ownership. Alright. These guys do have money to spare though. These do have money to spare. Yeah, they got Capcom, Nexon, Nintendo. A 1 billion stake in Embracer Group last year too. $96% of SNK too. Insane. Increased investments from Saudi Arabia and increased controversy in the games industry. Poor human rights record. Yeah, I mean the thing is like, I'm not sure if they're gonna be like pushing too much of that stuff. They just have some monies they invest and they just want to get money back. Like if you buy stonks on stonk market, you don't really try to tell the company what to do with it. But if you get like too much of your stonks in one hands, that might already kind of start affecting things. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. Because already Tencent is going at it for a while. Haven't really seen some super negative things about it. But we'll see, we'll see. Thunderful's Q1 revenue mostly flat year-on-year. Slight decline in the Swedish company's distribution segment is balanced out by growth on the games side. Net revenue 53.7 million, including 43 million from distribution segment and 10.3 million from the game segment. Gross profit 23.7 million. Quite a good profit from the revenue though. 53 revenue, 23 profit. It's pretty good. Steam World Build is actually a thing, yeah. I haven't heard anything about that since the demo. Company will be increasing the pace with its new releases, which include Planet of Lana, yeah, that one, Steam World Build, and Viewfinder. Catalog sales of games, however, far higher than in the comparison quarter, as we released 22 new games in 2022. Over the next 3 quarters, a further 13 game releases are planned. And this report closed before the release of LEGO Brick Tales and Super Meat Boy Forever on mobile. Games released during the quarter included Vendir Plague of Lies. Don't even know what that is. Jurassic World Aftermath Collection. Insane. And the Steam World Build. Well, Simon, that seems like that one is coming already, though, at least. Seems like that one is going well for them, for the development. We'll see how it'll be. Demo was kind of fun, I guess. Wasn't anything like super wow, but was alright. Ubisoft results down more than expected as Q4 sales halved. Publisher says results in line with our revised financial targets as full year net bookings drop 18% versus guidance of down more than 10%. Everything's fine. No biggie. Sales 1.97 billion, net bookings 1.89 billion, net losses 538 million. Compared to 86 million a previous year. Did even released recently in Ubi? I think kind of like nothing really. Oh, Settlers, yeah, Settlers. Settlers. And 1800 for consoles, Oddballers. But that is even Settlers on various platforms. That probably didn't go that well. Seasonal updates for its catalog of live service titles, and the first DLC for Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. And apparently, like, the main game was kinda not exactly a flop, but very not very good for them. Which I'm kinda surprised. I think game was kinda good, but yeah, apparently didn't go that well. Posted statistics for Settlers and they completely fucked. I mean, yeah, not surprised. Not surprised. So they warned investors in January that things are not going to plan, but seems like it went completely not according to plan. Alright. Past year was challenging for the industry, and for Ubisoft was pivotal for the company as we reinforced a strategic focus on our biggest opportunities, aka Assassin's Creed galore. Initiated meaningful cost reduction plan and provided additional development time for our strong pipeline of content. Part of our progressive relocation of resources, we notably plan to increase the number of talents working on Assassin's Creed brand by 40% over the coming years. So they're gonna pump even more Assassin's Creeds out. Where's Assassin's Creed BR, Assassin's Creed Extraction game, the Assassin's Creed Survivors. Let's go. The roguelike Assassin's Creed. Man, there's like so much unexplored territories there. Let's go. Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed franchise beat its record for active users this year, and the 2020's Valhalla has now amassed lifetime net bookings 82% higher than Origins and 61% higher than Odyssey. Other bright spots included Rainbow Six Siege, seeing playtime in the fourth quarter up 30% year over year, while The Division great net bookings 36% for the full year. The anime adaptation soon. Wasn't there something like that actually already? For its cost-cutting efforts, Ubisoft said it has lowered employee headcount from 20,700 last September to fewer than 20,000 thanks to targeting restructurings. Like the closure of 5 European business offices. I like how they flex with that stuff, bro. Well, we just kind of fired 700 people because we can't afford it, but you just need to like wrap it in a nice colorful wrapper, and it sounds like that's an achievement even. Tight control on recruitments and the layoffs to customer service operations in North Carolina and Newcastle. Ubisoft forecast net bookings for the first quarter, which would represent 18% year-over-year decline, so they plan to go even deeper. For the full year, the CEO bonus goes better. Yeah, you can like, you know, you can just like put it as like the positive thing. Look at me. I just did some targeted restructurings and we're doing good now. Like, let's fire everyone, you know, and just like all the money we have, we're just gonna like flex it. Look at the profits, man. We have no expenses now anymore. All offices closed, all you know, employees fired. We just like literally just get pure profit there. Very pogue, eh? And just selling what we already made, eh? and you know, having our savings here. No losses whatsoever. Look how effective I am. For the full year, publisher is projecting strong growth in the net bookings with a lineup of releases including Assassin's Creed Mirage, Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. Apparently, there was some leaks about that one too. Skull and Bones. Yeah, we'll see about sales on that one. Crew Motorfest, X Defiant, Rainbow Six Mobile, Division Resurgence, and another large game. We'll see how the mobile stuff will perform. There was actually quite a lot of like the old, like I think Square is like taking A's hard with that one. They just kind of like close all the mobile games recently of all their, like not all, but like a lot of them. A lot of mobile games just being closed because, you know, I guess the fan base doesn't transfer that well. You know, apparently people enjoyed X Defiant, but that was also on the beta, right? Like even like Marauders, like streamers for example, played on the beta and it was kind of good, and now there's 700 people playing, so you know, we'll see. Skull and Bones, I kind of wouldn't mind if it'll be good, but yeah, from what we've seen so far, it's not that good, huh? It's not that good, huh? A report, Sony fails to appeal Austrian lootbox verdict. PlayStation obligated to refund some FIFA Ultimate Team packs after ruling that they constitute illegal gambling becomes final. That's a big W for Austria, I would say. Ruled on a dispute between a number of PlayStation FIFA players and Sony Interactive Entertainment Network Europe Ltd, saying a PlayStation maker owed the players a refund on Ultimate Team packs they purchased from the PlayStation Store because the ability to sell player cards on a secondary market qualifies them as illegal gambling. Pumping the golem views, yeah. According to Google Translation of the site reporting, the regional court to which the case would have appealed said it had not received any such motion from Sony's representatives, so the ruling became final last month. Sony is now on the hook to refund several €100, damn son, to the plaintiffs, but Austrian legal firm Padrones has said it has hundreds of other players interested in pursuing similar claims. Alright, Sony goes broke, man. Time for restructuring. We owe some players in Austria a few €100. Fire 2,000 people. Emergency. Padrona's website specifies FIFA, Counter-Strike, Fortnite, and Call of Duty as examples of games for which it will pursue claims. Representatives with Sony and EE did not return requests for comment. Insane. A few €100. How can they come back from that loss? Steam to stop using Google Analytics, a platform to strengthen internal traffic analytics tools instead, and says Google's tracking solutions don't align well with Valve's approach to customers' privacy. That's kind of good concern, sure. But yeah, people use Google Analytics because it's just like has a lot of flexibility to that stuff. Steam already provides internal traffic reports. I heard about it as complete dog shit, basically. Stranding is offering to include geographic breakdown. That's not even there yet. And better identification of external resource. Yeah, there's no like difference. Like basically, it's like from someone comes from somewhere you don't even know from where. It's like external traffic. That's it. All right, nice, very useful. So I mean, it's good if they will develop something good. That's nice though. That's kind of good. Decision was made in context of Google's Universal Analytics being sunset in July. A company will be introducing Google Analytics 4 as a replacement, with many companies taking the opportunity to switch to other traffic analysis tools instead. Maybe they should just like take something alternative and just implement that instead. Player privacy in mind. Still will continue to not share personally identifiable information. Approach to privacy means that some trade-offs have been made along the way that limits how specific some reporting can be. I mean, that's a good thing though. I respect that because the Google Analytics and Google does indeed take a lot of info. But that is kind of true. Problem is they're gonna take that info from any other website anyway because pretty much everything is using it nowadays. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom sells 10 million units in 3 days. And the fastest selling entry in the history of Legends of Zelda franchise globally. 10 billion in 3 days. That is still not as good as Call of Duty though. That is still not even there, despite all the pogging. It just shows the power of Call of Duty. DDM, game investments hit a 4-year low in Q1. Undisclosed M&A price tags and prolonged crypto winter have 2023 off to a slow start. Holy shit. What is this shit? Disclosed investments in millions of dollars. That's not 4 years, man. That's even more dank, I would say. What a year. What a year, man. A market going good, I guess this was like the activation started. Was it 21 actually when it just started the acquisition? Then 22 and then 23 is a rip. Well, I would assume it's full years, right? And we kind of still not even in the middle, really. So, but yeah, the first half already not looking too good. That's for sure. Interesting times we're entering. CMA defends decision to block ABKMS before UK MPs. Regulators said the approval of the acquisition would be turning a blind eye to anti-competitive mergers. CMA Chair Marcus Bokering and the Chief Executive Sarah Cardle fielded questions, including about the assumption that blocking the deal may negatively impact the UK's international reputation. Response Bokering said that the UK has always encouraged, and it is the CMA's duty to encourage, open competitive markets. We are vigilant, as it is our duty to be to investments that consolidate an already entrenched market power. Challenge the premise that there is an impact on international confidence on doing business in the UK. Bokering suggested that if the acquisition went through, it would be turning a blind eye to anti-competitive mergers. Yeah, the EU got a different conclusions. European Commission agreed the deal would give rise to competition concerns. There is no difference between the CMA and EC here. Oh dear. But the Commission has, however, concluded it appropriate to accept Microsoft's remedy. They have their own test to apply, and they've reached their own view, and they are fully entitled to reach that view, but we remain of the view from UK perspective that it was not appropriate to accept that remedy. The future of cloud gaming markets. Yeah. And yeah, as I said before, as we saw before, if anything, right now, that the remedy that they provide is actually like providing a really good future for cloud gaming, because a bunch of cloud services getting like the free access basically to stream all the Activision games. That I think is a good future for the cloud market. Not a bad one, that's for sure. Right after a beautiful news about the PvE being cut, the BlizzCon 2023 set for November. Event will be online and in person at California's Anaheim Convention Center on November 3rd and 4th. So kind of like the regular time and everything, I guess. So they're gonna be back with that. Damn, son. We'll see what they're gonna show. I guess the survival one. The survival game. They usually kind of don't really like announce new stuff that often there. Well, we'll see. No, they also usually just like do a bunch of shows kind of like closed anyway. I think there's only opening you can watch, and then just a bunch of like the shows that are pay-per-view. If I remember correct. Take-Two's quarter 4 brings higher sales, deeper losses. CEO Shroud Zelnick brushes off GTA 6 speculation stemming from an 8 billion bookings forecast for fiscal 2025. Yeah, so it's not gonna be GTA 6. And where is the money from, brother? And where is the money from then? Net loss is 1 billion. Right, because they bought Zynga. Significant top-line growth, alright. Continued losses. Biggest drivers for the fourth quarter were a string of familiar faces led by NBA, 2K23, GTA Online, GTA 5, with help from hyper-casual games. Empires and Puzzles, Toon Blast, Red Dead Redemption 2, and Red Dead Online. Oh, yes, famous hyper-casual game. WWE 2K23 Merge Dragons and Words with Friends. Yeah, like how like the Red Dead Redemption is in line with the, you know, Toon Blast, Words with Friends, and Empires and Puzzles. As for sales updates, GTA 5 now shipped 180 million units worldwide. Damn, son. Red Dead Redemption 2 is up to 53 million units. NBA 2K23 also hit 11 million units to date. And that's the stuff they make like every year on cooldown. And then there's Red Dead Redemption that took forever to make, kinda like, and a lot of resources, right? It got 53 mil in all this time it is out, which is not 5 years yet, I think, right? Is it 4 probably? Or is it already 5 actually, or close to it? And this just sells like 11 million, no problems there. Numbers for Red Dead? Yeah, it was. I think like month in, well, like kind of early after release. I think it was like 20 mil or something. So it was actually doing quite well. But the thing is, like, in comparison, you know, like GTA that was made like so many years ago and it still keep pumping. Those game performances helped push the company's quarter 4 net bookings above its forecast. They could not keep Take-Two from similarly posting larger than expected losses. Maybe that's why they made already... it was a 2K actually. I'm always mixing those up. Pushing Ken Levine to finally start making their game. Like, bro, we're already like $1 billion in the losses. We can't anymore just like shell a few million a year on your studio. Can you finally make something? We need money back. Net bookings in fiscal 2025 would spike to 8 billion, with additional growth coming in fiscal 2026. And deeper than expected losses to impairment charges of 400 million for acquisition related intangible assets and 54 million in capitalized software development costs for unreleased and cancelled titles. Imagine like 52, 54 mil just kind of like on the stuff that didn't even make it in the end. Company forecast net losses. Alright, so 25, 20, 26 gonna be insane. In a pre-briefing call with Take-Two CEO Zelnick, we asked if that 8 billion target is achievable without the release of a major new GTA. And not talking about specific titles, we believe it's highly achievable. As you know, it's exceedingly rare that we talk about out years, and when we do, it's because we have a high degree of confidence. It's a reflection of a pipeline we've been investing in for years. We're beginning to see that come to fruition in fiscal 24, and then in fiscal 25 we expect to see some great successes. Okay, looks like he lost body, yeah. Those that the company has 36 titles currently slated for release in fiscal 25 and 26. In fiscal 24, Take-Two expects to launch 3 immersive core games by the end of March. And be it 2K24, WWE 2K24 is the immersive core games, I guess. And an eagerly anticipated new IP from one of our premier studios. Also has 2 mid-core arcade titles in the works for this year, one of which LEGO 2K Drive arrives this week. I think already did. Take-Two recently cancelled Nintendo Switch release of Midnight Suns, given growing speculation that Nintendo is readying a successor system for next year. We asked Zelnick if Take-Two plans to continue supporting the Switch beyond this year, when it already has LEGO 2K Drive and Zynga Star Wars Hunters. Oh yeah, the hunt, that stuff. Still on release slate. I think we will continue to support it. Another console question we put it to Zelnick is that the mid-generation console refreshes them. It was about this point in the last console cycle that Microsoft first announced that it would be the Xbox One X, and Sony soon followed with the PlayStation 4 Pro. We asked if we should expect to see such iterative hardware this time around, and whether or how they impacted Take-Two's business in the previous generation. We probably will, and they did not affect the business very much. So they think there's gonna be Pro. PS5 Pro. Take-Two's constant PC lineup gets much of the attention. Company's forecast for the current year also emphasize how much the Zynga acquisition reshaped the business since it's closed a year ago this month. Fiscal year 22, mobile represented just 12% of Take-Two bookings. In fiscal 23, that was up to 47%, a mark the company expects to grow to 53% in the current year. Damn, that's a lot of mobile growth there for sure. Zelnick acknowledges the shift but says that it has required little in the way of adjustment from the top tier of the company. We always had a very decentralized approach with our labels, and Zynga president Frank Gibber continues to lead Zynga in an exceedingly independent manner. The mobile going. Time for GT Online Mobile. The farm must go on. The farm must go on. Get them stonks. Sony's Project Leonardo officially named the Access Controller. PlayStation 5 accessibility controller features include customizable UI and swappable buttons. So it's gonna be the Access Controller now. Up to 2 Access controllers and 1 DualSense wireless controller could be used as a single controller. Oh, so you can use multiple ones of these even. Alright, interesting. As a single controller even. How will that work? A range of swappable button and stick caps, various sizes, shapes, and players can create a layout that matches their needs and preferences. Using a flat surface, mounted on amps or tripod. Distance between stick and various buttons can also be adjusted. It's pretty good. And the UI that will allow you to set it all up. Yeah, up to 2 Access controllers and 1 DualSense wireless controller could be used as a single controller. So you can kind of like space out a bunch of like buttons and everything as much as you want. And use like 3 controllers basically as one. That's quite convenient. That's quite nice. I think the Xbox controller was quite popular and quite good also on the accessibility one. So that is nice. Jackalope Games is now Jackalyptic Games. The studio first game is an unannounced title based on the Warhammer IP. Maybe we'll see some on Thursday. Yeah, that's the NetEase guys. NetEase subsidiary. Developing first title project based on Warhammer IP on collaboration with the retail firm Games Workshop. Someone has molded my career developing expansive MMO stories. I'm proud to unveil that our first game in development at Jackalyptic Games will focus on the rich universes of Warhammer. Bringing the deep lore of this IP to our game is a massive undertaking. We are thrilled to work alongside retailer firm Games Workshop to bring this vision to life. NetEase, career developing expansive MMO stories. I like working on some Warhammer MMO stuff again. We had those ambitions before. And we'll see if this one will be any better. I guess. If that's the case, of course. I wouldn't mind. Problem is usually it takes forever, and then it kind of falls somewhat short when they work on something like that. EA Sports College Football will compensate players that appear in-game. Schools and players can opt in to have their names and likenesses featured in upcoming sports games. So I need to get the Senator Armstrong skin there. Play college ball too, you know. All Football Bowl subdivision players can opt in to have their names and likenesses in the upcoming EA Sports College Football and will receive payment. Not clear how much athletes will be paid as the details are still being finalized. Esports representative said the publisher aims to be as inclusive and equitable as possible. Historically, college athletes have not been allowed to take payment for the use of their name, image, and likeness rights, meaning that all players who starred in EA's previous college football series, last released in 2013, were unpaid. However, new law passed in California in 2019 that addresses this, and the NCAA reversed its long-standing opposition to college players being compensated. No one wants to opt in, yeah. They're just gonna get like some sort of like random, you know, made up probably players and whatever. Yeah, the college teams themselves probably already kind of like act as a company, right? So they probably gonna be in there, or maybe they most likely have some sort of agreement with like some league, right? So like teams will be there, and players, you know, I mean players also change regularly, right? I would assume like every couple of years, someone goes, someone comes, right? So like it's always kind of changing. I mean, free money too, yeah, no. That's a good way to do it too. It's good. That's free marketing for everyone, really. A game too, because you know, like people, it's not some sort of like just the logo of the team, right? It might be like the actual people, like you study with it, for example, or something. Makes it more like relatable, I guess, in a way. Lord of the Rings Online developer assures fans it will not be replaced by Amazon MMO. Stand and Stone Games and Middle-earth Enterprises have every intention of growing and supporting this community. Which is already quite impressive that this game is still alive after all the years. That is already quite something. And they still gonna keep going. That's good. That is good. Authorities grant Battleground Mobile India a 3-month trial period. The move comes as Krafton addressed authorities' concerns about data security following a nearly 1-year ban. Yeah, the PUBG, the biggest market, blocked them. Well, because they were suspecting, I think, some sort of like that they work with China or something on the data. And they were like banning like a lot of various apps that had links to Chinese firms. The decision comes as Indian authorities are poised to uplift the bans. Okay. So they can change in that now. 3-month operational trial period. Yeah, country-specific game was self-published as a means to get around the ban. And then they decided to ban that too anyway. National security concerns regarding data sharing and mining from China, as PUBG developer Krafton is owned partially by Chinese conglomerate Tencent. Now they're returning everything, alright. A Disney domination. More images of Smash Brothers killer surface, it's claimed. Damn, another one about to kill Smash Brothers. In March, imagery surfaced revealing shots of what was allegedly a Disney domination game that's been described as a Super Smash Bros. Killer. And in this original leak, we saw shots of Disney characters from almost every sub-franchise, including the likes of Thanos, Mickey Mouse, Peter Griffin, Spider-Man, and Woody. Now it seems that another leak has hit the web, as a post on Reddit has surfaced with extra uncorroborated details about Disney domination, including a string of images, much like the first leak that occurred several weeks ago. Up to 55 characters at launch. Spread across single-player campaign. Features 60 stages. There'll be so many online modes, including 12 players online battles, voice chat battles, Disney Dominion missions, and more. There'll be a launch in Disney Domination where players can go to share custom stages and other content. Both unique art style looks like something out of Unreal Engine 5 and is supposed to be edgy. Damn son. Reportedly is being developed by Square Enix, but that's totally unconfirmed. That sounds kinda sus, to be honest. Like, this is the Square Enix with fighting game. Considering Square Enix kind of like lowering work with like Western companies and everything, Western market. Not sure. Not sure. I can't kill anything Nintendo makes. Well, I mean, there is already like, you know, the multiverses and stuff. Where did all that go? Wasn't there another one also? I forgot already. On top of multiverses that I also completely forgot about, which also kind of, you know, shows in a way how successful that was, I guess. A Battlefield, the Nickelodeon brawl, yeah. Was that the name? Was there some other name? Battlefield will return in an entirely new way, says CEO. Again. Franchise will return in an entirely new way. Wilson surprisingly dropped Battlefield a number of times, reassuring and installing confidence in investors in the franchise. Wilson said throughout that the team has the ability to bring Battlefield back in an entirely new way in the future. Necropy Yellow. Emotion Man. Using successful competitor in description says it all. It is actually the... how you say... working first of all marketing method, and it's like kind of like recommended one, I guess. Even like that was already like some of the journalists and stuff back in the day, like there were like articles about that stuff, that is like if you make something like, you know, similar to some other stuff, then you need to like mention what it is like, and it just like helps people to identify what it is really. Calling it killer though, that is a little ambitious, let's put it that way. But using in description, that's exactly like what helps with like less well, I mean, it's Disney though, right? I wouldn't call that less known, but still kind of why everyone like spamming like Souls likes and stuff, because it works. The only issue is like when you kind of like mismatch that stuff, you know. You call it like Souls-like or something killer, and then it's like nothing close to it. That is a bit of an issue then. A Blood Hunt will never see another major update. Rip that one. And another battle royale goes down. And that all over a year? A little more maybe? Yeah, I think even like last TwitchCon or something, they had like the tram or something, or the bus in Amsterdam. Like that was like, you know, in the Blood Hunt style and everything. And now not even 1 year after, rip. That's like the Battle Royale pipeline. You do the test, you do some early access, you do early release. There is like everyone, all the streamers like Shroud and everyone, you know, playing your stuff, everyone spogging. And then 1 week after, you know, they all gone. And then like a few months after, the rest of the players also kind of gone. See, because I see. He's Bloodman, gotta farm everything yourself. Elber's free-to-play vampire-themed Battle Royale have been shelved. There will be no more major updates for the game, and going forward only maintenance patches will be applied to the platform. It was stated that servers will stay online and that Sharkmob is introducing one final feature to the game, but just 12 months after the game was released, it's effectively being sunsetted. A RIP was popular enough for a while. High-octane supernatural twist to the ever-enjoyable Battle Royale genre. Quite widely appreciated, even if it never blew anyone's mind, so to speak. It was explained by Sharkmob that those numbers failed to climb high enough to sustain the game's development, and that's why it's being retired. RIP. Another Battle Royale down. The usual, business as usual. Ubisoft licenses new Assassin's Creed NFTs. That's where they're putting the effort in the Assassin's Creed franchise. Assassin's Creed NFTs with Integral Reality Labs. New NFTs are branded as smart collectibles. Nah, that's kind of, you know, funny. Allows buyers to own a physical version of their NFT that can be customized and embedded into their own physical smart collectible. Once buyers purchase their NFT, the owner will be able to have the customized and embedded physical version shipped directly to their door. Insane, dude, huh? True, stay true. And the rope will be coming soon. No official date has been given. We'll see. We'll see. Gotta reach blockchain and stuff. Like if it's some open blockchain and stuff, which I mean most likely is, I guess, then probably we'll be able to see the actual, you know, interest into that stuff. I remember there, like, was it Quartz or something? That was, yikes. That was a bit of a noof there. The success of that thing. The success of that thing. Yeah, I see your message. Developers use it, or the journalists use it. I think developers do. Like what I read, it was actually an article how to pitch your game, right? Basically. Yeah. It was just like the non-sub link of the message. Yeah, the developers do pitch the games like this. Like if you like Blizzard or something, right, or someone, you don't need to, like, you are like Blizzard and stuff. But if you like out there, kind of no one and everything, then usually if you want to like send a pitch that will be looked into, you need to kind of like post what your game is like, pretty much. So like you need to kind of like, well, you know, it's like Slay the Spire, you know, meets Darkest Dungeon 1 and gets Darkest Dungeon 2, sort of. Like this kind of thing. And that just kind of like catchy, quick way for someone to understand what they're looking at. So that's what like some of the people were recommending. If you're pitching to publishers or if you're pitching to like reviewers and stuff, you need to kind of like put that in front. Like this is basically like this meets that, you know. I see what Shabazzy, no worries, no worries. I still see it. I'll still see it. So yeah, that's pretty much how it is. Like when it becomes the main selling point though, right? Like we are like gonna dethrone, kill some game that's just kind of like, come on, man. Like how many like World of Warcraft killers we saw back in the day, for example, or where all of them are nowadays. And we've already seen that. And like for me personally, that just kind of like the flex, and then after that flex, you kind of already kind of like looking at it, you know, a little more with expectations. All right, you said you're gonna kill it. All right, I want to see it. I want to see you try. Let's go. And you succeed though, that's good. But if it fails, that's not good. That's not good. And sometimes that, I guess, it just kind of helps to explain what to expect. People like in the more convey what it is in the easier way. Like you kind of, well, it's like a fighting game with like the arenas, you know, and you can fall off of the arena and stuff, and you can, or you can just like go like, you know, well, it's kind of like Smash Brothers. Oh, all right, that kind of helps, I guess. So that in some genres, I think is kind of good. In some genres, especially when they literally try to just like that's what they aim for, right? Like everyone is like in the multiverses and stuff, they all aim for like the same particular type of audience. So they just kind of try to telegraph to that audience like, yo guys, we are here after you, you know, and this is the game you're gonna enjoy, hopefully, probably. The Warcraft should be basically annihilated and forgotten. Yeah, I mean, like nowadays it's kind of calmed down, but back then I remember like Warhammer Online, you know, in those times, right? Like, when was it even? Like 2010 or something? There was like the World of Warcraft killer galore. Like every year there's some MMO out that is a World of Warcraft killer, and all of them basically kind of rip out. At this point, well, actually, I guess like the Star Wars: The Old Republic is still alive. Out of the World of Warcraft killers, I think they also were planning to. But yeah, there were some that were not doing that well. I like some though. Warhammer Online was nice. I enjoyed that one. While it lasted. See, let's see. Yeah, the general idea, like I have a friend who likes, you know, like Souls games and stuff. And like when I see something like, you know, like Blasphemous or some shit, I'm kind of like, it's kind of like that, you know, just in 2D. Well, I obviously like compare already to different one. Like for example, like he likes Dark Souls and he also played Salt and Sanctuary, and he likes Salt and Sanctuary. So now I can compare. Well, it's kind of like Salt and Sanctuary in a way, just a little different. It's just kind of like easier to explain like this, I guess. True, hella true. The killer, another killer from here. But that killer is actually still kicking though, surprisingly. So it didn't kill it, but it didn't die itself. So that's already an achievement, I would say. That is already an achievement. Let's see. Mortal Kombat 1 Combat Pack 1 leaked. Includes a Peacemaker. Another one. Premium edition of the game will include Combat Pack 1 for everyone who bought it. Not just for everyone, you know. In that pack, players will get either 6 playable characters or 5 cameo characters. Either. Is it unknown, or you will need to pick what you're gonna get? I see. The quality barbecue. Them well done steaks. 6 playable characters are Quan Chi, Omni-Man, Irmak, Takeda, DC's Peacemaker, and the boys Homelander. The 5 cameo characters are Tremor, Johnny Cage, Chameleon, Mavado, and Ferra. Either. 3 days of early access, alright. The players will pre-order the game. Shang Tsung is playable character for pre-order. Yeah, they just don't know yet, like what's in the pack, or you will need to pick. Either get like the playable characters or cameo characters. That would be kind of weird if that's the case. Because like the two different Pokemon versions now, you need to in Mortal Kombat. Like in this version you get these characters, in this version you get these characters. So you need to buy both versions to get all the characters. That will be kind of PP again, man. Hope it's not as bad with their monetization yet. And the wiggle will be good. I still have it here. I don't really care too much about it. I'm curious to see how it's gonna perform with all the system requirements changes. And Steam page still says the minimal requirements is 3060. Like, dude, I want to see how it will run on release. I want to see it. I'm just curious at this point. Bioshock 4's development is going through hell, it is claimed. Vicker posts what seems to be an expensive expose on the state of Bioshock 4, claiming that for a while now, the game has been firmly rooted in development hell. It was alleged that the project has been rebooted 4 times. The studio boasts inexperienced employees and poor management has led to the project crumbling at its very foundations. It has been more than 10 years since the last Bioshock game, Infinite, was released and was successful enough title, receiving critical acclaim and positive reviews across the board, but since then the franchise has been plunged into darkness. It was generally assumed that Bioshock 4 was in development behind closed doors, but the latest leak suggests that it may be suffering so badly that it might never be released. And you know what? I think that might be not a bad thing. Just don't touch it already. We got, you know, the full wrapped up, you know, story and everything. Enough of that. Enough of that. Soul of Ken Levine is still there. Well, Ken Levine is doing development hell on his own now in different studio, which they kind of like, I guess, getting out of a little bit, probably because they were already forced to, since there was like a whole investigation on his studio just going like complete PPG mode. So they did at least announce Judas. We'll see how long will it take also to make and how the process will be going, but at least they announced something. Narrative team faced the biggest challenges as they have been unable to write a script worthy of a renowned franchise over these years. This became a key factor of the reboot. That makes sense, because like with the fourth game, they need to make something at least as good, you know, on the level. Like I don't think it's kind of like super masterpiece, but it's really good. Like if you take the full wrapped up, you know, like first game, third game with the DLCs complete, it's like, it's good. Like it's not that simple to make something that would kind of like continue from there and remain on the kind of same level. So they just kind of probably, at least that is good that they are, you know, still trying and rebooting instead of just like, you know, making something and then, you know, boom, production, sell it, and then everyone is mad. But they get the money, so at least they kind of like trying to make something good, have some levels of quality, you know, standards to uphold. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing, at least. Cyberpunk's Phantom Liberty expansion may release in June. Copium. Could be. The Rockin' Boys podcast, the voxel for the report, was claimed that Phantom Liberty could be released as early as June 8th. While talking about the future of the game, Boys explained that he's been invited to attend the Summer Games Fest by CDPR themselves, and that his sources internal to the company have corroborated that supposed release date for Phantom Liberty. Well, it will be probably on Summer Game Fest or some event around that. But is it gonna be like the same day release then as the event, or they just gonna like announce it in June pretty much? I would assume it's probably announced in June. I have a feeling. But I mean, maybe they did this time, instead of trying to hype it up, they just want to, like, you know, drop it, basically. Like, trailer was enough, now we're just gonna drop it. Maybe it's like the shift in their strategy now, compared to the Cyberpunk main game release. We'll see, we'll see. It may release be in June, damn son. How could you? Oh, yeah, this one. Quidditch Champions playtest gameplay leaked by streamer. There it is. Yeah, that was the news. Weeks later, streamer allegedly broke an NDA broadcasting gameplay for the Quidditch Champions playtest and uploading content of the game online. See gameplay featuring Quidditch match, as well as clip showing character customization, includes picking a role, base character, room trail, celebrations, and much more. You can't really watch that stuff, of course. It was under NDA and everything. Clips circulating on platforms like Reddit have already been consumed and forwarded. Someone is in trouble. That is true. Rip that guy. Traces of the content been removed from their channel, but that hasn't stopped various outlets from picking up the shared videos, of course. Goodbye, BL, Gonna get some multiplayer galore going. Oh shit. The big news, man. Assassin's Creed Mirage leak proves Basim can run. Shit, man. That I wouldn't expect. In a 2-second clip, we see Basim running through a sandy environment, dashing heroically past some sauntering civilians, robes whipping around him with reckless abandon. Thing of absolute beauty. Spoilers, man. I'm just spoiled. He can run in the game. Monka is. People already posting tweet longers. You can run. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? You're right, that should be it. That should be it. Yeah, I think so. I think so. In the hope that the golem, yeah, I don't really care about it, to be honest. Like, wasn't really interested in the first place. I'm curious to see how it's gonna run. That's what I'm curious. Like, considering all the releases lately and considering these guys require 3060 for minimal settings. I'm curious to see how it will run. That's the only interest. That's the only interest I have in this game, to be honest. Just my curiosity. Just my curiosity to see how the performance will be in this one. So we'll see. That's the only thing I'm really interested in. Kind of like, not super interested. Like I don't mind Lord of the Rings, right? I read and everything and watched, but kind of like not super invested, I guess. Not super invested. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe some good stuff. Maybe at some point I will. 60 FPS on console. Yeah, with these requirements, how it's gonna run on console, for example. We'll see. We'll see about that. Wait, what? Emotes back. 6 iconic emotes inspired by character Golem, which you can use to proclaim my precious and express a range of emotions in the game whenever you want. Dude, a single player game. Why the fuck do I need emotes in a single player game? Hey, who's gonna see them except for me? Yeah, the Cinderin voice acting. Well, maybe it will be free. I hope it will be. I kinda doubt it though.